Hey guys, today we're going to look at something a bit different. We're going to look at the Chrono Trigger formation arts. Now these were revealed at last year's Toy Fair and released by Square Enix, I think it was about May or something like that. Anyway, I finally got my hands on them and just going to not really do an unboxing but just show them off a bit. So this set is the American set, which came with 4 figures. Now there were 5 released in Japan, but yeah, in the West we miss out a bit. We don't get the one which contains Chrono and Marle, but still, what we do get's pretty good. So, naturally this is the box. On the back here you've just got close-ups of all the formation arts. Interestingly, you've got their English name, and then you've got the Japanese katakana under that. So that's it's a bit nifty for this sort of item. Anyway, nothing too exciting, just a box. Okay, so let's start looking at the figures. The first one we have here is Luca repairing Robo. Now, they're not terribly big, you can see, compared to the box, but they have incredible detail. The painting and all the tiny details are just phenomenal. So you can see we've got a long cord going down there, we've got a wooden floor. Actually, one thing which you can't really convey via video is the fact that the figures feel really good. They've got great textures to them, they're not just painted on there. Anyway, so you can see all the detail in Robo, particularly on his brain there, all these tiny parts and details. And of course there we've got Luca, we've got a screwdriver or whatever it is, working away there. The canister on Robo's back. Okay, so that's figure number 1, so let's put that over there. Okay, the next one is Chrono, Robo and Ayla. See, they're using their, I think it's the Twister Triple Tech, and you can see here the fists are basically done in such a way that they look like they're moving. Once again, there's great detail, particularly on the base. It's all smashed pavement and that sort of thing. We've got Ayla there, very surprised expression on her face. And Chrono up here with his sword ducking under the attack. And just back here, obviously you've got all the other details, but you've also got just this little bowl of fruit. Now, I should probably say before I go any further, all these figures are actually based off of artwork drawn by Akira Toriyama for the game, and as such, these little pieces of fruit in the bowl, they're from the sketch that he drew, that this figure is based on. So, at the end of the film, I'll do a comparison between the figure and the artwork that it's drawn from. They're not really, they're just inspired by the artwork, they're not carbon copies. Okay, moving on. We have a very cool one. Chrono versus Magus. This is also pulled from a piece of artwork. The early days, you've got smashed pieces of a dragon statue, you've got this sort of cobblestone base, and of course you've got Chrono, looking very angry with his sword and bandana flashing out behind him. And then we've got Magus with his scythe, and he's performing some sort of magic attack. Magic attack, it doesn't really show up on the camera, but it's really translucent and looks great. And then behind him we've just got his tower with the dragon on top. Anyway, it all looks really incredible. once again, the detail on these figures is just phenomenal, particularly considering the size. Okay, and last but not least in this set, Chrono and Frog in the caves. On the original artwork, you also had Robo, but I guess Robo gets enough exposure in the two other figures, so they just cut him out. I suppose also for size concerns. So, let's start off. We've got Chrono. You can see that there's some dust on his clothes, and particularly in his hair. You can see we've got a rat over here. And of course here we've got Frog, who's rendered really nicely. His shield, his face, all his features are really well pronounced. And I mean, you've even got his bronze armour, white pants. And back here we've got a staircase and a little rat poking out from the background. One other thing I would like to mention on this is that translucent white piece that you can see down there. It's supposed to be water, and I'm not sure if it appears on the camera, but there are actually little ripples coming out from where their feet are in the water. So it's, once again, fantastic detail. Anyway, so that is the Chrono Trigger formation art. As I say, there's actually a fifth figure of Chrono and Mal sitting in front of a tree at night. Sadly you can't get that in the West, it only came with the Japanese release. The only places that I've been able to find it are on eBay, from Hong Kong sellers, which want over $80 for it, and that's not really going to happen. If anyone does have a Chrono and Mal figure, I can't really promise anything, but if you want to sell it, just drop me a line and we'll see if we can work something out. Anyway, so that's it from me. As I say, I'll put up some comparison shots, but I think that's it. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and see you later.